Can you just clap? Stop. Why do you have to do everything like not normal? Now you clap?
You hear that peak?
Now you clap.
But do you hear the peak?
No.
And that was me at 12% clap power.
Okay, you did great. Thank you so much.
No, I held back.
Welcome back to another episode of Sheena Interrupted.
It's been a long time.
It has been
that I haven't been here.
Yes, it has been.
Have you told people you've just been leaking out episodes that you forced me to record at knife point before departure?
I didn't know such thing.
Did they know? Has the value of the listens gone down? I hope, because I was under duress the whole time.
No, you weren't.
You're like, oh, pretend it's September, pretend it's August. What month are we now?
Now we're in August.
No, September.
No, we're in August right now.
Happy? How was your birthday? Did you enjoy?
My birthday's on Sunday. It's Friday.
Your birthday was 2 days ago.
We don't do the back and the front and the back and the front.
It was a great birthday. She had such a good time.
You owe me a birthday episode. I gave you a full episode. Is today my birthday episode?
No.
Yeah, because we haven't had my birthday yet.
Yeah. So
you said you had a topic for this week's episode. You told me don't prepare anything.
I did have a topic.
Uh-huh.
We now are in the club.
What club?
Long distance relationships. We did it.
From your trip away?
Yeah. 3 weeks long distance relationship.
That doesn't
count. It's the same. I know all the things now.
That does not count.
No, I know. It's the same.
No.
3 weeks, 3 years, no difference. Ask anyone who's been dating long distance. They will tell you I qualify. I mean, they adopted me. They said, you're in.
We did not have a long distance relationship.
We did.
No, we didn't.
Did you FaceTime me?
Yeah.
Were you deprived in many ways?
No.
Don't pretend now.
Explain deprived.
I cannot explain. You felt alone? You felt lonely at night?
Not really.
You were not in a long distance relationship.
But you were?
I was.
You felt lonely?
Yep.
You missed me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot all the annoying things you do.
Oh my God.
So many things. That's another episode.
You were on vacation for 3 weeks.
I was not on vacation. I was away, living in a foreign land for 3 weeks. I was working from there. I had responsibilities. You had responsibilities.
You were gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but for those 3 weeks, you were suffering. Your heart was yearning for my return. Remember? You wrote that poem? Sing it. Sing that song you wrote for me while I was gone. How long do you want to hold?
You know which song I kept singing? Lonely, I'm so lonely. I have nobody to call my own.
Yeah, I know. It's true.
Yeah, I was so lonely.
I made that my ringtone while I was over there. I mean, it did land nicely.
Yeah.
The way because I left the second week of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have second Tuesday and fourth Thursday to like at least feel a little bit better.
Yeah. You celebrated second Tuesday, fourth Thursday.
It's an international holiday. So it doesn't matter where you are. You always get that. Pros Without Homes has no borders.
So you had 2 of them, second Tuesday, fourth Thursday.
Yeah.
Wow.
You? What did you do for second Tuesday, fourth Thursday?
Same thing I always do.
Read a book and went to sleep?
Yep.
Oh, nice. So listen, it's true. I know now.
What?
The pros and cons of long distance relationships.
We did not have a long distance relationship.
I didn't see you for a month.
Okay. It was 3 weeks. It was actually
like
less than 3 weeks. It was 20 days.
No, it was a month.
Okay.
You must round for dramatic effect. It was 1 month.
All
To
right.
be away for 1 month.
Okay, people, we're going to go with this. Today's topic is long distance relationships.
Gone for a month.
Yes.
You were a single mother for a month.
Okay.
But with a single child. I was a single
I
father.
had 2 kids, actually.
Well, I also had 2 kids over there. But we're just talking about our own biological ones now.
The cousin came here.
Yeah, but other cousin was with me.
But
Doesn't
the other
matter.
one had his mom.
No, that doesn't count.
Wait, hold on. You took your son and went to India.
Yes.
She, your sister, took her son and went to India.
No, I took my son and his cousin to India. My sister just showed up for a few days and then left.
I didn't have a secondary
I
parent
took both
here.
kids to different cities. I had them for the whole
You had
other
your
period.
mom with you.
No, stop ruining the story. You had your mom with you. And you had your cousin with you. And you had your brother with. Does that make a better story? No. So just lean into the drama a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
Play some like nice.
It was a dark and stormy night.
No, it was not night.
Okay.
It was just hard.
Okay.
I had these two boys. I had to lug them across the world. You just had to drive with the other two. But
you're only making it difficult for you.
Because you're making it seem like it was a cakewalk for me.
Okay.
So this is about me missing you, and I don't know why you're making it about the kids. See, this sort of annoying things you don't remember when you're away. That's what long distance relationships are.
Yeah.
They forget all the junk. They focus on the important things. And that's how they sort of maximize their time together.
Yeah.
So we should, like, I was tempted to say, hey, meet me in Paris for the weekend.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
What would we have done with our children?
That's why I didn't offer that plan.
Okay.
But that's what people
really
do.
Nice.
They meet like this for the weekend.
In Paris.
In Paris or in, somewhere central, depends where you are.
Yeah.
Imagine you're in Canada.
Yeah.
Then you might say, hey, I'm in Montreal. I'm dating someone in Vancouver. Let's meet in beautiful Saskatchewan for a weekend of, strolling the prairies. Or if you're in the US, you might say, okay, you're in California. I'm in Boston.
Let's meet
Let's
in
find
Austin.
something neutral, like, Connecticut for the weekend. So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And time difference
Yeah.
is a disaster.
Yeah, that was hard.
You can only speak to the person, either
early morning
or no, you can't do both.
One or the other.
Yeah.
That's why I said or. Early
And
morning
there's
or
certain
late night.
pockets in the day. Like you could speak all morning US side.
Yeah.
But then that's getting into evening and dinner and, sort of evening events on the Asia side.
Yeah.
And Asia morning, you can't call because it's middle of the night here.
Yeah.
So that was hard. You
Yeah.
couldn't just say, hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So what's different in a long distance relationship than being away for a month? It's the same. You have enough to learn the lessons.
We learned the lessons.
Yeah,
But we did not actually have a long distance.
How far was I? What was the distance? Can you pull out your iPad and check the distance from here to Bangalore?
It was far.
I'll tell you.
It was a long distance.
Hey Siri, what's the distance from Boston to Bangalore?
I'm not sure how far away it is from Boston, Massachusetts to Bengaluru, Karnataka by car, but it's about 8,126 miles as the crow flies.
As the crow flies.
Yeah, no crows have made this voyage.
As the crow flies, that's how Siri's going to decide the distance of Boston
She doesn't know how long it takes to drive there in case that's your plan to drive to India.
Yeah,
it's
that
not
was
going to
my
work.
plan.
But 8,000 miles.
As the crow flies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if this is a confused crow that goes in circles and all. So maybe it's like less. Like a drunken crow maybe takes a few left turns, right turns. So call it 7,000.
Okay.
But
it's far.
that's far.
It's a long distance.
Are we in a relationship?
Yeah.
Did we end the relationship when I left?
No.
So we preserved which is now how far? Is my toe touching yours?
Yes.
So what's the distance of our relationship now?
Close relationship.
0. It's like -1. I put my whole foot is on yours.
No, but it's true. We did learn the same lessons that people have to learn, but we
Yeah.
just didn't have to withstand. Our relationship didn't have to withstand this over a long period of time.
Yeah, 1 month.
Okay.
1/12 of the year.
1 month.
Almost 10% of the whole year was spent separated. You're not moved at all by this. I should have responded to some of those thirsty Nancys.
There were thirsty Nancy's in India too?
No,
Were there thirsty Nancy's?
no.
All you thirsty Nancy's in India? He's mine.
They all like you.
Okay.
They get all close and then they give me a gift for you. It's very weird.
That was so sweet. So you had a crazy trip to India. Should we do an entire episode on your trip to
No,
India?
we're talking about long distance relationship.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I had said everything I have to say. about
No,
long
you
distance
have to show
relationship.
me the lessons that you learned.
So people in long distance relationships don't have to actually like each other as much. Why are you saying, oh my God, it's true?
Because they don't have to be with each other?
They don't have to be with each other the whole time. So they just have to like enough for a weekend.
So you liked me less? You
I liked you
me
more.
because
Yeah,
you didn't have
more.
to be around
Correct.
me. as much?
There's so much you can tolerate at a distance.
Okay. You're
So it's true.
like, your heart is so big.
I'm the one who was missing you. You didn't even think we had a relationship.
I said
You're like,
that.
okay, go. If you come back, you come back. We'll talk about it then.
I never
If I can't do
said
toe
that.
touching with you, get lost.
Tell me other things that were an issue.
Challenge.
Yeah. Time
You
zones.
don't have the ability to speak to your person
Yeah.
when you may want to speak to your person.
Yeah.
Other challenge, you're not experiencing things together.
Yeah.
Like you're having moments where if I'm here and I see something amazing, I can come home and say, hey, this weekend I want to take you here
Yeah.
because I want you to see this. Over there, what are you doing? You're taking photos of it. You're saying, oh, this is really nice. I wish we could come back together. But you know that's not really plausible right now.
Yeah.
And that list gets very long.
Yeah.
So if you go on a trip, even if I go on a business trip for a few days,
Yeah.
I can see 2, 3 things that I think are really cool. And I say, okay, I want to come back here with you.
Yeah.
In a long distance relationship, that list gets so long, it becomes depressing almost.
It's true.
You're like, oh, I can't experience this with you. I can't experience that with you.
Right.
So you miss that person in scenarios where if you were together, you would experience that together.
Yeah.
Right? You want to go to that restaurant together.
Yeah.
You want to see that, in the case of my trip, you want to go see this ashram together. You
Yeah.
want to see different things. And you can't do that because your person isn't there.
Yeah.
So you're left in this digital world of like taking pictures and saying, okay, here.
Yeah. Did you feel like you couldn't be in the moment as much?
Not maybe just to that extent where
Yeah.
you're missing
Yeah.
your person,
Yeah.
but it didn't come in the way of enjoying the experience for me.
That's
It was
good.
just like, this would be nicer,
Yeah.
or this is something you would really enjoy.
Right.
But it didn't get to that point for me because I also only went and experienced these things like once, right?
Yeah.
Once, or everything was new. But if you're in a long distance relationship, I feel like you're exploring your own city, your own restaurants.
All by yourself.
Yeah, you're repeating that cycle,
Yeah.
and you don't have the person with you.
Yeah.
So that's something that people in long distance relationships have to endure
Yeah.
that I never thought about.
Do you think that they save all of the things that they want to do for when their person comes to visit?
I'm sure their itineraries are amazing.
Like when they are
When they're
actually together in their cities?
Yeah. And that's why there's no time for the annoying.
Yeah.
And everything is amazing because it's, oh, I want to take you to this breakfast place, and then we'll go to this park, and then we'll go to this restaurant, and then we'll go to this theater, and then we'll go to this dinner place, and I want to
Right.
take you to this night spot or this dessert spot.
Do you think that couples that have long distance relationships and then when they ultimately get together and they're together all the time, they realize that they don't like each other?
Yeah, what has happened? How annoying we are with each other right now. I mean, I got back when?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Today's what?
Friday.
Right, 3 days ago.
Yeah.
We're still good. We still
You're
missed
annoyed
each
with
other.
me that
so,
much?
Not that much. Just a little much. But you're annoyed with me, I saw.
I was not.
Yeah, you took all my creams, you threw them in the drawer. So if you're in a long distance relationship,
Yeah.
you're not going to care that the person left the toothpaste cap off.
Yeah.
You don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get ready. You're like, long distance relationship people are wearing silky pajamas.
Yeah.
Normal relationship people aren't doing that.
I think there's something beautiful about both.
Yeah.
To me, you coming back and having your stuff on my counter like that's
Having your stuff on my counter. Yeah,
like
just
what you're
say that
talking
again. Say
about.
the counter of yours with 2 sinks in the
No,
bathroom.
I
that
wasn't
counter.
on your side. On my side of the counter, your creams were on my side. This is what you
They're
said.
your drunk elephant creams. I was returning them.
Yeah, but they were empty. You
No.
returned them empty. But my point is, like, having you infused back into our home makes me happy.
Yes.
It made me smile, not annoyed me at all.
That's coming. It's only
Okay.
been 3 days.
All
Give
right.
me time.
Okay.
I haven't left my stuff around. I haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
I've been rather helpful because of my jet lag.
Yes, you
I'm
have.
awake. I'm helping with the kids in the morning. Like, give me time for you to have that resentment if I'm sleeping and the alarm goes off.
Don't do that.
I know, but it's natural.
Okay.
I'll just go on another trip and you'll miss me again.
Okay.
That's the beauty of the trip.
Yeah.
The long distance makes you realize what's really important.
Yeah.
It's how the person feels about you, how the security you feel, the love you feel, and all the daily things that otherwise chip away at that
Yeah.
are removed.
Yeah.
but there's sadness in that.
Yeah.
But you asked a very good question. I don't know the answer. I think we have to ask people who are in longer. And we're also long distance relationship people now. Like we've done both.
But longer
long-term relationship people who have then come together, like whatever the job or the school, whatever it was
that kept them apart. Now they're back together.
Correct.
What was the question?
How does it, your question I'm asking now.
Okay, what was the question?
How did it feel? Like, is it
is it like all that you were
normal
waiting?
now? Yeah. Because now your outing is to go to the recycling center to throw away all the cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
It's not, here's this,
because
brand
they've
new ice cream shop.
romanticized this life together. And now, do you actually really love being in this relationship together? And was it worth that long distance?
Yeah. And that, I'm sure there's answers on both sides.
Yeah.
Where some are going to say, all these annoying things I didn't know, but they're too much for me.
Yeah.
And others who would say, oh no, I love the idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
Like it's part of
that's
what
part
I
of
always
building
wanted.
life together.
Yeah.
There's no two people that will come together that won't irritate each other. Like there are things that are uncomfortable when you have a relationship with two people with two separate personalities.
Yeah.
There are things that are irritating and funny and annoying and better and worse in many in all the things, the aspects of life. I think that that's what makes life more fun.
Irritating stuff.
Absolutely.
Your
100%.
behavior doesn't reflect your words.
100%. Like it's boring otherwise. Okay.
Okay, but wait.
Yeah.
First, I think you have to pay for the mortgage.
Oh, a word from our sponsors.
Yes, I know I'm back from my trip, but I did take my AG1 with me.
You did.
You know that, right?
I took mine with me too.
Where did you go?
All over. I went to Montreal. I did all the things. I took my AG1 with me. It's part of my routine now.
Yeah, I have it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think we don't eat that well. Like we eat a lot of packaged foods and things like that. And I learned that most during travel. At least I was starting my day with something good in my body.
AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut health support and is backed by multiple research studies so you can trust what you're putting into your body.
Yeah, so they at least can do that. I don't know how to go and figure out what I'm putting in my body. Yeah, I'm eating all these things, but at least I know their team is focused and at least making sure that what I'm putting in my body is good.
Absolutely. They're constantly putting their formula to the test, trusted by experts and medical professionals, and is backed by multiple research studies.
My big thing now is I don't drink coffee in the morning anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I drink it just because I want to. With AG1, you might need less coffee to power you through the day. For 91% of participants in a research study who drank AG1, that was the case. And it's been the case for me too. Like, I do it because I like it, but not because I absolutely need it. And I'm definitely down.
Good.
If I had to recommend one product to support whole body health, it's AG1, and that's why I'm excited to have them as a new partner. Starting your journey with AG1 is a win. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1Travel Packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/Sheena. That's drinkag1.com/Sheena. Check it out. And we're back. Any other challenges? I know a challenge.
What?
I remember calling you one day, and you're like, I have no Wi-Fi. You're eating up my data. I have to call you back.
Yeah, you ate up all my data that day.
Why didn't you get a better data plan?
It wasn't the better
You had to
plan.
just
It's just
spring
what there
for
was.
more
No,
data.
believe me, when the bill comes, you'll see I sprung.
No.
There's no better plan. I just had what you can get.
Yeah.
And it still runs out.
Yeah.
So
Our data ran out.
yeah, so I had to.
He was like, I can't talk. I'll call you later.
You
Stop
kept FaceTiming. You're
me.
FaceTiming me on 1080p. It's like I don't need to see your makeup application right now.
So
Get
that
off
was hard.
HD for FaceTime. Just call like a normal person.
That you should have just made a
My
better
data's
effort.
going
You
down.
should have got a better local plan is what I think.
Yeah, I didn't get a local number because I just kept my own number.
See, in long distance relationships, people
They get
commit.
local
They get
numbers.
local numbers.
Yeah, I should have. Next time I go, I'll get a local number. You're right.
Do you plan on going again for 3 weeks?
I enjoyed this
without
so
me?
much. It was so good for our relationship.
Really?
I think you should go somewhere for a few weeks because I want the benefit of the house, like the comforts of my own home.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
Nowhere.
You should go to Nepal.
Why are you throwing me out?
I'm not. I think you'll enjoy it.
Just me and Nepal? We
Huh?
don't know anybody in Nepal.
Wait. Wait, read the comments now. See how many people from Nepal will say, hey, come.
You went to stay with your dad.
Yeah, you can go stay in Nepal.
My dad doesn't live in
Take him
Nepal.
with you.
He doesn't have a house in
No,
Nepal.
go on a father-daughter trip to Nepal. I want you to experience low data and bad reception. You go to Canada, you won't have that issue.
You know, another thing that I realize that people have to struggle with in relationships?
What?
You know, and I think people in general do this, but in long distance relationships, I think it's harder. Like, you know how sometimes people respond to texts in ways that are unclear? Just a thumbs up. Like
Yeah.
you write this long message
Yeah.
and you get like a thumbs up.
Yeah, because of data. Like, this is all I got. I give you one. I'm going to use
Or
one.
like a heart.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
Love.
Yeah, long distance relationships need more communication than
That's
that.
true. Why was I giving you one-off signals?
Sometimes, and sometimes I did it too. Like if I was in the middle
just
of
the
something.
timing, yeah.
if I was in the middle of something and you were having this very emotional, sentimental moment and you sent me this long text and I gave you a thumbs up, I felt like I had to go back and explain my thumbs up. Like,
Yeah.
received.
That's time difference.
Yeah.
So you're morning, you wake up, you're thinking, oh, okay, I want to share these thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a dinner.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I can't respond to this, but let me at least
You
say,
gave a heart and that was
yeah,
the end of it,
I
or an
got it.
okay and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, you have this communication, it's not a barrier, but you have some sort of communication
Yeah.
issue that you have to overcome.
And what about friends?
Like you
Like
each
you have
have your
two
separate
circles of friends.
circles of
Yeah,
friends.
completely different circles of friends. And then when you travel, you meet the other friends.
Yeah.
But then ultimately, one of the two will land in, you know, the friend's place.
Yeah.
And then you have to reset.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
I remember this this young couple, they were dating for a long time. They had a long distance relationship. And one was living in Montreal and the other was living elsewhere.
Yeah.
And he fell into like a different group of friends and she had her friends from Montreal. And his group of friends kind of took him away from the relationship. And ultimately they split.
I don't know what this is.
No,
This is
you're
just a
not-
made-up story.
It's not a made up story.
Yeah, it's from one book you read.
No, it's not. But the
His
point is,
feathered friends took him to the netherworld, got bitten, got beak poisoning, and then he
no.
flew away.
The point is sometimes you have these groups of friends that they change your interests, that you've developed
Yeah.
new hobbies with them.
The
It's-
hardest thing in this scenario is not meeting somebody else.
What do you mean?
Like this guy and this girl you're talking about, they're meeting people all the time
Yeah.
in their own city.
Yeah.
And I mean, that at some point that has to be tempting. to
Well,
just say,
ultimately
okay,
that's what happened.
oh, he met someone else.
He met someone else and,
and
then
decided, hey, I'm
this
not
person's
interested in
here.
flying to Canada all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people who have to really have a end goal
Yeah.
in mind to say, okay, this makes sense. You actually hear about it and see it in the context of people who are in relationships and then they're going to college,
Yeah.
right? They're younger, they're in high school, whatever, and they're in a relationship, but they're about to go to college and they say, my life is taking me here, your life's taking you there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where we're going to be next. And some of these couples just break up.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong in the relationship, but they just
Or some try to make it work.
preemptively break up.
Some try to make it work and then they ultimately find different groups
Yeah.
or different people, different relationships, and then they
But those that break up in advance, that's very different.
Yeah.
They don't even find anything. They're just saying in advance of leaving,
like you
this
be
has been
free.
great. Yeah, I don't want to be the one who has this boyfriend or girlfriend back home. I want to be able to experience everything. So thank you very much. If we're still, both single and we come back in a few years, we can talk.
Yeah.
I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
Have you done that? If you've done that, tell us.
Yeah. I'm curious to know how
I want to
people
find the
handle-
people who came back.
Yeah.
Like they went to college, they met different people, and they came back and they're like, hey,
they
this
make
person
Hallmark
never.
movies of people like that.
Movies are made up. I want to
they-
talk to real people.
They do make all the movies come
They
from
can
those
make
kinds of
movies about
relationships.
Animals that come back from the afterlife and stab you in your face. Like, I'm not talking about fiction. I want real.
Okay, tell us if you have a real relationship
Yeah.
that split and then came back after college.
Because you're like, oh, wait, this person was better for me.
You told me to do that.
I told you, you didn't listen.
I didn't.
See?
That was dumb.
To
In
not
my
listen.
opinion.
You should have listened.
No, it was
I
dumb.
agree with you. Dumbest thing you did. You had a chance. You should have taken it.
No, in my opinion, it was not the right move for us to split just so I could go date other people and then to come back.
You didn't even go to college.
I did go to college.
The split was during or after or before college?
It was
After.
It was during.
Yeah.
Do you have any benefits? Other benefits?
Of the long distance relationship?
Yeah.
The irritation we talked about?
Yeah.
That's the only benefit.
I think that long distance relationships nowadays are much easier than they were in the past. Like
Why?
you can just pick up a phone and FaceTime the person.
Yeah, FaceTime is very makes it better than just audio.
If we're talking 20 years ago, there wasn't FaceTime. Phone calls were expensive. Like people had to save up to, or they would allow themselves maybe one phone call a week.
That's a crazy relationship.
Right? Or they had to write letters. I read this book, The Things We Leave Unfinished. And it was all about a couple.
Legos.
No. It was about Legos.
Yeah. Things we leave unfinished.
We're not
half-finished Legos all over this house.
That's Jay's. That's not mine.
Socks.
It was called The Things We Leave Unfinished, and it was about this couple in the war, and she was at home with her son, and he was away. He was a fighter pilot, and he was traveling on these missions. And the whole story is all about her letters to him.
And did he ever respond?
Actually, none of the letters are his.
You didn't finish the book.
I did. None of the letters are his responses. At the end, they write a book based on these love letters. And this was her story.
That's the book you read?
Yeah. It was really beautiful.
The book is about letters, and then it becomes a book, and the book it becomes about is in the book you read about the letters?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
It was a very good book.
And the guy didn't read it. The guy did not write a single letter back.
No, he didn't write it.
He died right away. He died on deployment. The guy died.
Didn't.
And this lady's writing letters.
Oh my God. The whole point of me telling you this, one, it's a good book. Two, that's how they used to communicate. Letters.
My letter.
Yeah. You didn't write me a letter.
No.
You should.
Sent you texts.
You should write me a long distance relationship letter.
Now that I'm back?
Next time you go.
I should write a letter when I'm going?
Yeah,
when I get back.
No, when you're there.
And then mail it to you.
Yeah.
Mail it from the airport when I'm coming back so I can receive my own letter. I don't even need you in this relationship if I'm doing it like that. I can write myself letters. That's what email is for now. Email is a new letter.
You didn't write me an email.
No one. We do text now.
I know, but it would have been nice to get an email. I mean, it would have been nice to get a letter.
Email is the letter now.
But it would have been nice to get a handwritten letter. Wasn't it so nice when Jay wrote us letters from camp?
I never got one.
I got 2 or 3 letters from him from camp.
I think he hired someone to write those.
It's nice. If you're in a long distance relationship,
try writing a letter. That's true. I think that would be nice. Nice gesture.
You have to find other forms of communication that are not just the same text and phone call. I have a friend who is in a long distance relationship right now, and she sets virtual dates.
Yeah.
Another thing she said that she does is
COVID was good for this. It trained everyone how to try to be some level of romantic or relationship during or virtually.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say tonight we're going to have dinner together, and you order dinner for your
Chinese
significant other, and they order dinner for you, and it's like surprise dinner, and then you sit
nice.
and you eat dinner together.
Yeah, see? Humans will find a way to make things work.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're good at.
Connecting.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
You can figure it out. So that's a good thing, right? Imagine I ordered dinner for you, ordered dinner for me now. I'd be like, what are you doing? I don't want to eat this. You wouldn't say that in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, that's true. You might be more inclined to say, I don't want to eat
She
this.
could hate the food she's eating it.
But she's going to love it.
Because the intention of the person saying, hey, this is why I ordered this for you.
Yeah.
And also, the minute this call is done, she can run to the bathroom and destroy her bathroom because she's feeling sick to the stomach because of the food he ordered. Can't do that when you're face to face.
Yeah.
I guess you could. You do it all the time. But we've
Oh
been
my
together
God.
a long time.
It's not true.
It's okay. You can talk. It's normal. It's natural, these things you suffer through.
All right. The other thing that's really nice in long distance situations is this element of surprise. And it could work and it could not work.
What do you mean? Explain.
So there was this I saw a couple of TikToks a few weeks ago where this the guy ran into his, or like surprised his girlfriend in her dorm.
Oh, got it.
Just like from like a long
Hi,
distance
I'm
relationship.
here.
Exactly. And there were a couple where the girl was like super thrilled. I saw it the other way where the guy was like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Can I have 5
plans.
minutes?
I have plans.
Yeah. To take it to a different surprise factor, I came to pick you up at the airport.
Yes.
That
I
was
was
fun.
sure you weren't going to be there.
I know.
Because every time I travel, you don't show up.
Because every time you travel, you go for 2 days.
Yeah, still. That's long distance for 2 days.
Yeah.
And 1 week. And now 1 month. I'm going to go for a year next time and then see if that qualifies.
Okay. As long distance?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
But 1 month, no. See, I had
It
to
wasn't
convince
a
you today.
month.
It was a month.
It was 20 days.
No, I love. You have to do the math of like the 9 hours forward and backwards and all. It adds up.
Okay. So tell
The
everybody what I
travel.
did.
She showed up dressed like a pirate. Or like
dressed
a
like a pirate.
Boston cabbie.
It was incognito.
Incognito. She wore a hat and she was incognito.
And a trench coat.
And a trench coat, yeah. But the trench coat I bought her. So she wore a jacket
And
I bought her
glasses.
with my hat and a pair of glasses. So literally it was stuff I have seen or worn myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait. Oh, yes. And she was incognito holding a sign. So I read the sign.
Uh-huh.
Were you thinking I would read the sign and be like, oh, some lucky guy, this pirate lady is here to pick him up? Because you're incognito, I wouldn't recognize you? Like, what was the thought process there?
So the
You're
thought
holding a sign for me to read, but you want me to not know it's you?
the thought process was actually this was supposed to be a twofold. Zara was supposed to come with me, and her sign was supposed to say, "Where have you seen my dad?"
Okay.
And then my sign was supposed to say, "Have you seen my daddy?"
Okay.
The costume was just for fun
So the whole plan essentially fell apart.
because Zara said she didn't want to go to the
Yeah, I don't blame her. She's like, he's only been gone a few days.
Why, when you're telling
I'm
me you've
just
been
saying.
gone a month?
Because I didn't miss her as much.
You didn't?
Yes, I did.
I know you did.
Okay.
That's it.
That's the episode. Are you singing?
I did.
What? The lonely song?
Lonely,
You sang in the middle. That doesn't count.
So lonely, I have nobody to call my own.